Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra and welcome to another video. Often I get asked in my videos, what is the recipe for this and that? What are the colors? What are you using? And today I will show you my paint palette and my most used colors. So yeah, as you can see, it is a variety of mixtures of all kinds of brands. I have Game Color, Citadel, I have Scale Color in between here, then some Vallejo Game Color more, some more Scale Color, Citadel Contrast paints, then also I have war paints from Army Painter. It's all over the place. That's because I pick the colors for their colors and not for their brand. So I might have a lot of GW paints, but I also have a lot of Scale Color and other brands. So let's jump right into what we have here. Let's start with the prime colors, yellow, blue, and red. So for the yellows, I use those two here most frequently. I don't paint often yellow because yellow is a real headache to paint. But when I paint, I just use simple GW paints, Aerial Yellow and Flash Kids Yellow. One is more of a warm yellow tone, and the other is more of a cold yellow tone. And well, I mix them up with a little bit of orange or white to brighten or darken them down a little bit. So, with those two out of the way, then let's continue with the blue tones. Blue tones, I usually use those three here. This is one, the Scale Color, Scale 75 Cantabric Blue. For my mid-tone dark blue. And the mid-tone brighter blue is Vallejo Game Color Magic Blue. I love this color. This is so vibrant. I really, really love it. And then this color here. This is, I call it Cloud Blue. This is a blue not from any company. This I mixed by myself. This is just, I would say 90% white and with a tiny little speck of blue in it to make it a nice sky blue. None of the major brands make a blue like that, so I had to mix it myself. It is very close to the very old Space Wolf Gray, but well, here you go. Those are my go-to blue tones. Put them away. Then for greens, I use this one here, Game Opaque, the Verde Denso Heavy Green, and then from Warbrains, Jungle Green as a bright yellowish green tone. I have other greens, but mostly I use those two to mix green tones and all that is in between. Yeah. So much for them. Put that away. Then for red tones, I paint usually with those two here. This is Scale 75 Deep Red, SC35, and the Antares Red, SC37. Those are very, very nice colors. Of course, I have mixtures pre-mixed here. For example, this here is a variant of this color mixed in with a little bit of black to make it a little bit darker, but in the end it is just this color here. I have other red tones here that I substitute sometimes. Here we have the Games Workshop Evil Sunz Scarlet. It is similar in tone to this here, but this here has a matte finish and this here has a glossy finish or satin finish, and so if I need one or the other, I substitute for them, but most of the time I go for these two. So, then orange tones. I can highly recommend these two here. These are from Vallejo Game Color, the Orange Fire and Hot Orange. There are no other oranges on the market that have this vibrancy. They are really, really nice orange tones. When you compare them to, let's say here, from GW, the closest you come to, this here is the Wild Rider Red. It is not even close in comparison to being a really, really nice orange. This is just a pastel reddish orange, I would say. It is not that vibrant. I don't like it. And from Scale Color, we have this tone here. This is a dirty mud color, I would say, in an orange flavor, but nah, it's not even close. So these two colors are perfect, especially if you want to paint rust. So then another orange tone that I often use is this one here, Vallejo Model Color Fluorescent Orange. This here is, well, I don't use it that often, but if I use, if I want to paint fire effects, then I use this one here. This is such a cool color. Then, yeah, that was the primary colors out of the way. Now let's move over to my pale colors, I would say. Those are my go-to colors. Obviously, I have a matte white here. This is not anymore the war paint that you see here. This is just my pot of white paint. It is a mixture of Scale Color white, War Paints white, and Games Workshop's white, and yeah, it served me well over the years. It is just a nice white tone. As you can see here on the top, it is a matte finished white. So then we come for the beige colors that I use for scriptures and patchwork and stuff. We have here the grayish variant with Rakarth Flesh. It's a nice dirty grayish beige color. Then for the warmer variant, I have here from Warpaints, from Army Painter, the Skeleton Bone. It's a really nice color. And for the warm highlight color, I have Mummy Robes. Those are my go-tos for, and also here for Rakarth Flesh for highlighting. Here I use Corax White. Yes, we get a lot of flack about this is not a white tone, this is a gray. Yes, it is a gray. It should be called Corax Gray and not Corax White. But as a gray tone, this is a great color. No pun intended. So let's put them away. Those also in order. Also I have here, this one here is also a very cool color from Scale Color, White Sands. It's like Mummy Robes, but in a matte finish. So then for grays, I use this here as my Mechanicus Standard Gray from Citadel. It's doing its purpose. It's not very special or something like that. It's just the gray I use most often. Sometimes I use Scale Color Graphite, but they are nice grays to have. So what else? Let's go to my black. This is also like the white. It is not anymore the Game Color variant that you see here. This is a mixture out of Scale Color black. Then I have put in some BLK 2.0. It's a very matte black finished. And also some Games Workshop black and Vallejo black. This is a mixture color, and as you can see, it has a satin finish in the end, and it's a great black overall. So for black, just use the black that you prefer. And if you don't have super preferred black, then mix your own. So let's go over to metal colors. With metal, I don't have a super preference here. I use those two most of the time. Light Belcher from GW, and then here as a bright highlight, Heavy Metal from Scale Color. I like those two colors, and they complement each other. Yes, I know many people are saying, yeah, here you should use the Vallejo airbrush metal and then here chrome metal from this and that. But I don't care. Metal is not that important to me. For gold, this here is my recommendation. Retributor Armor as a Citadel base color. It is a really nice, rich gold tone. I can highly recommend. As usual, I have mixed my own variant. This here is a mixture of Retributor Armor, some scale color gold, then also some gold from the Army Painter. It is a really nice, I would say, mid-tone rich gold that I have mixed. This is normally my go-to, but for one that you can buy, this one here, the Retributor Armor, I can highly recommend. Then we have this tone here. This is the Canoptic Alloy. I think this is a really nice in-between color for highlighting and mixing purposes for your brass and bronze tones. Like I use here my Warp Lock Bronze. I highlight this with Canoptic Alloy. Also, my gold I highlight with Canoptic Alloy. And then final highlights with my bright silver. So this is a nice in-between color. You don't need it so often, but well, there we have it. Also, I use this here Runelord Brass for highlighting brass colors if I want to stay in the brass lane, so to speak. So put those out of the way. Then we come to another metal color. This here is Dirty Down Rust. Normally it comes in this package here. But I have pre-mixed it with a tiny little bit of water, and so it activates better. Yeah, but Dirty Down Rust, if you don't know this product, it makes the super intense, nice rust colors. Here you can see a dot here on my paint palette. This is super cool stuff. Also, we have here this verdigris version of the Dirty Down that makes a really nice brass verdigris. So, with that out of the way, we come to my go-to washes. Obviously, we have here Nuln Oil, who would have thought, and Agrax Earthshade. Those two are the go-to washes for everyone. Those are called Liquid Talent for a reason, because they are awesome. They are so incredibly awesome colors. You must have them. Nothing more to say about them. Also, I have here Juju Violet. This is a more recent addition to my painting collection. You see the paint pot is not quite clean still, but yeah, I like this color a lot, and I started using it a lot. It's a cool contrast paint for all kinds of stuff, like you shade rats with this really well, and also some greens are shaded with the purple, really cool. You should try it out. Oh, last but not least, we have here some brown tones. My go-to brown tones are for a really dark brown tone, Rhinox Hide, and then we have Mornfang Brown for a richer chocolate color. Yeah, those are my brown tones. Also for a reddish brown, I often use this one here, Doomslayer. Oh. Doom Bull. Not Doom Slayer, Doom Bull brown. This is a nice reddish brown tone. So, and then for my contrast paints, those are my go-tos. For shading and black purposes, I like Black Templar. It's the older version of the black paint, but I really like it. Then for red, I still have the blood for the Blood Angels red. I don't own the new red variant of this. I heard it is good, but for my purposes, the Blood Angels red will suffice. Mostly I use contrast paints as just an easy base coat color, and for that purpose it is really, really good. For my browns, I often use Snakebite Leather. I love this color. I still have other brown tones here, for example, Fireslayer Flesh. Then I've mixed here a little bit of other stuff. I have Wildwood here lying around, but my absolute go-to brown is Snakebite Leather. Then for blue tones, I can highly recommend these two here. The Telesar Blue and the Asuman Blue. They are almost the same, but as you can see, this one is a little bit darker, but they fulfill the same purpose. They are really cool for warp coils, for plasma guns and stuff like that. They're a really rich blue tone, both of them, and I can highly recommend both. And then for green tone, I recently acquired this one here, Mantis Warriors Green. Previously, I have mixed a little bit of Plague Bearers contrast paint together with some yellow to create something like that. But in the end, this here is now my go-to for green skin tones, like green skins for orcs and something like that. It is a really, really cool color. Highly recommend. And for yellow, this is the absolute grail of painting yellow, the new Imperial Fist from Contrast Paints. It is a must go for this. I also have here this yellow here. This is a richer tone than this one, because this is a mixture out of the old Iriel yellow, or Yanden yellow, and the Imperial Fist now. So this here is the in-between mixture. Yeah, those are my go-to colors for whatever I paint. Obviously, as you can see here, I have a wide array of other colors that I can substitute it with, but if you want to paint almost anything, the colors I just presented to you are the basis for everything. So if you want to paint your miniatures, those are the colors you can go for if you want to absolutely copy my style. Of course, I have other colors like this here. This is Tamiya Red. I have filled it in a GW pot for easier access, but yeah, Tamiya Red for a gloss bloody red finish. Then obviously I have pink tones here, like for example Emperor's Children, or we have a nice purple tone with a scale color. This here is a Sunset Purple, or I have a magenta tone with a scale color, Fuchsia, or how about Death Guard Green? Yeah, I have all those colors here, or Vallejo Game Color, Rosy Flash for highlighting my red armor panels. I have all those colors of the rainbow here, but the colors I showed you are those that I use the most, and you can paint almost anything with it. I hope you liked this little in-view about my painting desk, and well, we see us in the next video. You, Alexandra. Bye!